Harish, I think you are at home, na? Last time you have said
Yes,
you have.
yes, sir.
So, good morning, students. Welcome in next lecture of Math F211, Mathematics 3. So, in last class, we have completed the chapter 4, where we have studied qualitative properties of solution of the differential equation. So, chapter 1 is dedicated for first order first degree differential equation. Chapter 2 for second order differential equation. Then in chapter 4, we have studied about the qualitative properties of the solution of the differential equation. Now, today we will start the new chapter, chapter 5. Here we will study power series solution and special function. So, till now, whatever the solution you have obtained, all are the elementary function. All are elementary in nature. So, here, what is the elementary function? The algebraic function is the polynomial. If we have the polynomial of this type, Pn y to power n plus Pn minus 1 y to power n minus 1, P1 y plus P naught P naught is equal to 0. So each Pi is also the polynomial. So every polynomial is the elementary function. In the elementary function, we have some advanced elementary transcendental function. So in this, we include the trigonometric function like the sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, inverse trigonometric function like sin inverse x, cos inverse x, exponential e to power x, logarithmic log x, or their combination. Combination means if we have this type of the function y is equal to tan of x e to power 1 by x plus tan inverse of 1 plus x square upon sin x cos 2x minus root of log x power 1 by 3. So this type combination of these will also known as the elementary function. But every elementary means for every differential equation, it is not necessary you can determine the solution in terms of that. So here we have the some special function also known as the higher transcendental function or special function. Let us have this question. You know, you are familiar with this question: y double dash plus y is equal to 0. So its solution is y is equal to sin x and y is equal to cos x. So instead of this is the elementary question, elementary differential equation of second order. But by chance, if you have this question, if you have this question x y double dash plus y dash plus x y is equal to 0. So for this question, if you try, you are not able to determine its solution, right? So for this type of the question, we haven't the no elementary solution. Even even you cannot determine means you cannot determine the solution properties also. Whatever you have studied in chapter 4, right? You cannot determine the solution as you have done in the chapter 3. You cannot determine the properties of the solution as you have studied in the chapter 4. But from practical point of view, this equation is very important, so we require the solution. So now we have to go with the another solution method. So another solution method is dedicated in this chapter. So here we will go with the power series solution method. And from the power series solution method, we will go for the special function for the special differential equation. As I have told you in earlier chapters about the Bessel's equation, about the Legendre equation, about the array equation. So these are the some special equation, right, from practical application point of view. So their solution is also the special solution, special function. So that special function is the extension of the power series solution. And later, in the latter part, we will study the properties also, properties of the special function. So before starting the power series solution, let us understand what is the power series. So here we have the definition: an infinite series of the form summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a n x to power n, or means it is the a naught plus a1 into x plus a2 into x square and so on. This is the infinite series. So this type of the series is known as the power series. Power series in terms of the x. So let's say this is the one. An infinite series of the form a naught plus a1 x plus a2 x square and so on is called the power series. So we can write this power series in terms of the x minus x naught in the form the series summation from n is equal to 0 to infinity a n x minus x naught to power n, that can be written as a naught plus a1 into x minus x naught plus a2 into x minus x naught whole square. So this is the power series in terms of the x minus x naught. Earlier it was for the x, now it is for the x minus x naught. So this is the most general. Means why the most general? If you put here x naught is equal to 0, x naught is 0, so you will get the previous series, right? And reduce to 1 by replacing x minus x naught by the x, right? So nothing, you are just shifting the coordinate, right? You are transforming the coordinate system. So sometimes you require the power series or solutions particularly at point x naught, or sometimes you require the solution particularly at point or at the point or at the origin. So for that we require the shifting of the coordinate system. So for that we have defined the two type of the power series. Then after this series, the power series, so first means summation a n x to power n is set to converge. When we say this power series is converge, is set to converge at point x if the limit m tends to infinity of summation n from 0 to m a n x n exists. If this limit exists, then we say the power series is convergent series. In this case, you have studied the series sequence and series earlier also in math 1, right? So the same thing here we are doing. So in this case, the sum of the series is the value of the limit. Means if you want to say what is the sum of the series a naught plus a1 x plus a2 x square. So since you have taken the limit, right, plus am x to power m. So this is the whatever the limit you have when m tends to infinity. Now the series is always convergent at the point x is equal to x naught. This series, the third series. Before that, first you will see this one. So if you have the series of type summation n is equal to 0 to infinity factorial of n x to power n, that is the 1 plus x plus factorial 2 x square plus factorial 3 x cube and so on. So this series is always divergent series. This series is always divergent series when x is not equal to 0. When x is not equal to 0, and convergent for x is equal to 0. Right? Later on, I will tell you what is the R0. Just you here note down this series summation series from 0 to infinity factorial n x to power n, that is 1 plus x plus factorial 2 x square plus factorial 3 x cube plus so on is divergent series if x is not equal to 0 and convergent series when x is equal to 0. Similarly, the series or summation n is equal to 0 to infinity x to power n upon factorial n, that is 1 plus x square upon factorial 2 plus x cube upon factorial 3 plus and so on. It is always convergent whatever the value of the x, for all x, right? It is written for all x. So whatever the value of the x, it is always convergent. The series summation n is equal to 0 to infinity x to power n, that is 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on, is convergent for mod of x less than 1 and diverges for mod of x less than greater than 1. Means this series is convergent when x lie between minus 1 to 1, and this series is divergent when x less than minus 1 and x greater than 1, then it is the divergent. So from here, the series A, this series A is not of much our interest because it is convergent. We want only, we can use only the divergent convergent series as a solution. We can use only the convergent series. So we are interested for the convergent series, and the series A is convergent only at one point, that is the x is equal to 0. So it is not of much our use. Series B is always convergent. Whatever you take the value of x, it is always convergent. So it is easy to work. So always convergent means there is no point to study. So now we are interested only for the third series. So here the series of type 7, that is the positive real number. So we are interested for this series. We are interested for this series. So in this series, what is happening? That it is convergent. It is convergent when mod of x less than 1, and it is divergent when mod of x greater than 1. So sometimes instead of 1, for other series we can have mod of x less than r and mod of x greater than r. So at that time, what is this r, that we have to compute, right? At that time, what is this r, that we have to compute, and this r is known as the radius of convergent. So that r I have written here. For the first series, r is equal to 0 because only at x is equal to 0 we have the convergent series, and here we have the r is equal to infinity. In the second series, we have the r is equal to infinity because for all x we have the convergent series. But for this question, r is equal to 1. R is equal to 1. So here we have to determine the value of r. So each series of type 7, that is, there exists a positive real number r called the radius of convergence, with the property that series converges if mod of x less than r and series diverges if mod of x greater than r, and r can be any real number, a positive real
What
number.
is what is type 7?
Type 7 means 1 plus x square type.
अच्छा 1 लिखा है वो.
नहीं, type 7 means this series.
ओके सर.
So now you have now we have to determine the value of the r. So for the convergence, the ratio test. So in the next, we determine the value of the r. What is the value of the r? So how to determine the radius of the convergence from the math one also. There you have used the ratio test. So there we have the series of the form, let summation for n is equal to 0 to infinity un. that is u0 plus u1 plus u2 plus so on. Let this be the series of non-zero constants. So when we say if uh, if the limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 upon un exists and equal to L, means we are doing the ratio test. If this limit exists, then by the ratio test we have the conclusion that this series is convergent if L is less than 1 and divergent if L is greater than 1. So that you have studied in the math 1. Similarly, in power series, you in analogous of this definition of the ratio test. So now we are talking for the power series. So in power series 1, if each an not equal to 0, power series means a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus so on, or summation an x to power n is equal to 0 to infinity. So similarly, in power series 1, if each an not equal to 0, so all an, a naught, a1, a2 are non-zero. And if for a fixed point x not equal to 0, we have limit n tends to infinity. Means just you understand, this is the u naught, this is the u1, this is the u2, and so on, right? Un. So whatever the definition you have used here, the whatever definition you used here, you use this here. So limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 upon un, mod of un plus 1 upon un, that is mod of an plus 1 x to power n plus 1 upon an x to power n. So this can be written as limit n tends to infinity an mod of an plus 1 upon an into mod of x, and let's say it exists. Let's say L. So series convergent if, right? Let's say this limit exists and equal to L. So we say the series 1 is convergent if L is less than 1 and divergent if L is greater than 1. So that is the definition of by the means definition of the ratio test. So this yield R is equal to limit n tends to infinity an upon an plus 1 if the limit exists. If this limit exists, then R will be limit n tends to infinity an upon an plus 1. And if limit is infinity, then this R is the infinity. So now we are interested only when R is finite, because the series is convergent when x lie between minus R to R. So we want under which boundary we have the convergent series, where the solution is of our use. So if
Sir, can
R
you,
is finite
sir, can you
and
explain, sir, this yields? Can you explain that?
I'm saying that we know by the ratio test, if the limit of limit n tends to infinity of un plus 1 upon un, means n plus 1th term and un exist, and this limit is less than 1, then we say it is a convergent series. If n is greater than 1, then we say it is a divergent series. So using that property, we have computed right here the mod of the un plus 1 upon un, means n plus 1th term and nth term. So here limit n tends to infinity a n plus 1 x to power n plus 1 upon a n x to power n. So this can be written as limit n tends to infinity mod of a n plus 1 upon a n mod of x. And now let's say this is equal to, right? Let's say this is equal to L, means limit is existing. So when by the definition of the ratio test, or by the ratio test, if L is less than 1, then this series is convergent. If L is greater than 1, then this series is the divergent. So this will yield that radius of the convergence should be right? 1 upon this. So limit n tends to infinity, an upon an plus 1. If limit exists, then r is equal to this. If limit does not exist, then r is equal to infinity. So now actually we want what is that boundary? What is that boundary under which we have the convergent series? Convergent series. Before this we have the divergent series. Before this we have the divergent series. So we want that boundary under which our series is the convergent. Only the convergent series is of useful. We can use for the practical purpose, application purpose. Divergent series we cannot use. So that's why we are seeking the convergent series.
But what
So
is this? R equals infinity if limit.
this is equal to this. Two cases.
So what is the second case?
Limit is infinity. Instead of the L, if it is the infinity. By chance, this limit is not existing. No? It is not coming the finite limit. Then it is the infinity. If it is the infinity, then radius of radius is also the infinity.
Sir, but shouldn't R be 0 then, because R is like inverse of it?
So R is when we say this is the 0. Yes, this is the 0. Because here R is infinity we are taking. Because here in reciprocal form we have written, so it will become the 1 upon infinity. This is
Sir,
the
so
1 upon
R will
infinity.
be Sir,
1
R
upon
will
0.
be 0.
1 upon 0, that is the infinity.
Sir, that means limit would be 0.
Limit, this limit should be 0. This limit should be 0. Above limit.
Sir, but you have written if limit is infinity.
For this.
Yes, sir.
This
Then
for
R
this.
would be 0.
For this limit.
Okay.
If limit is the infinity, then R is equal to infinity. This limit. Not above 1. So here means under this R, the power series is convergent, and outside this R, the power series 1 is divergent. So here means the given power series may or may not convergent. It depend over the value of the R. So and at the end point, presently we are talking strictly less than R and greater than R. We are not talking for the uh, is equal to point, right? We are not talking for the is equal to point. So at the boundary, the series may be convergent, may be divergent. That we have to check. So surely under the boundary we have the convergent series. Outside the boundary we have the divergent series. So now we have to determine means now we have the interval for the convergence of the series. Now suppose the series, whatever the series you have taken, a naught plus a1x plus a2x square, so on. Now suppose the series 1 is convergence for particular value r, that is mod of x less than r, with r greater than 0, and we denote it by, and let it is equal to fx. We denote it by the fx. So fx is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a n x to power n. Let we have this series. So now since each term of the series is what? Continuous because of the polynomial. right? So fx is automatically continuous and has the derivative of all order function in the boundary mod of x less than r. Means if fx can be written if fx can be written as convergent power series, then it is continuous for all x in interval minus r to r, and you can determine any order derivative. Means you can determine the first order derivative, you can determine the second order derivative, you can determine the third order derivative, you can determine the nth order derivative, and so on. You can determine any order derivative. Then the series can be differentiated term wise. So f dash is equal to n an x to power n minus 1. That is means summation an x to power n. If you take the derivative, so it is the n x to power n minus 1. So that can be written as n an x to power n minus 1. So when we put the value of n from now, here you can please note down, here you generally do mistake. You start this n always from the 1. If you start from the 0, then this will become the negative. That is not correct. So you start this summation from the 1. So here our series will become, in practice we have the series a naught plus a1x plus a2x square and so on. So derivative of this will be the a1 plus 2a2x, right, plus 3a3 x square and so on. Like this we have the series. Here we have written it like this: a1 plus 2a2x plus 3a3 x square and so on. Similarly, if you compute the f double dash, so f double dash will become, from here f double dash will become n into n minus 1 an x to power n minus 2, n minus 2. So f double dash will become here n into n minus 1 an x to power n minus 2. So from here, what you will get the series? From here, what you will get the series? It is the 2a2 plus 6a3x and so on. So the same thing it is here. So and so on, and each of the resulting series is also convergent for the mod of x less than r. So this is again one series. This is again one series. This is again means this is the a naught. This is the a naught. This is the a1. This is the a2, right? This is the a naught. This is the a2, and a1. This is the a naught a1. So you can say again these are the power series and convergent power series in the limit mod of x less than r. So now in this series, if you take the x tends to 0 or x is equal to 0, if you take the x is equal to 0, so the whole term will become 0. Whole term will become 0. It means a naught is equal to, this implies a naught is equal to f naught. If you take x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, so here you take this term will become 0, this term will become 0. It means a1 is equal to, so a1 is equal to f dash, a1 is equal to f dash 0. Similarly, if you take the x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, so this term is equal to 0 and all other term is 0. So 2a2 is equal to f double dash 0. F double dash 0 implies a2 is equal to, f double dash 0 upon 2, or you can say, you later on in the later part you can judge it is the factorial n. So here the an will become, nth derivative at x is equal to 0 divided by factorial n. So these are the value for all n, means for the n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. An is equal to nth derivative of f, at x is equal to 0 upon factorial n. So any fx means now you have the value of the a0, a1, a2, a3, and we know that fx is what? Fx in starting we have assumed that um, fx in starting we have assumed that a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus and so on. A0 is what? F naught. A1 is what? F dash naught. A2 is what? F double dash at naught upon factorial 2 x square. F3 is what? F triple dash at naught upon factorial 3 x cube. What is the Fn? Means an x to power n. So what is the an? F uh, means f nth derivative at 0 upon factorial n x to power n and so on. So that is the series. Fx can be written as f0 plus f dash 0 x plus f double dash at 0 x square dash 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 plus nth derivative of f at 0 upon factorial n x to power n. So this series 3 can be integrated term-wise provided the limit of the integration lie inside the interval. So since fx is what? fx is since fx is what? f0 plus f dash 0 x plus f double dash 0 upon factorial 2 x square. So if you want to integrate, so you have to integrate term by term. You have to integrate term by term. And if you want to determine the definite integral a to b, right? So you have to integrate between a to b term by term. But this a and b must lie between the between the interval of the convergence. This a must lie between the radius of convergence or interval of the convergence. So it means you can determine the derivative of the fx and integration of the fx if fx can be written in terms of the power series. If fx can be written as a power series, you can determine its derivative as well as the integration. From here only we have you know a very common elementary function, for example sin x. So sin x can be written as
x minus x cube by 3
no,
factorial.
no, actually pen is not working. Today
Acha.
pen is creating problem on the this Samsung Note.
Sir, maybe the battery of the pen is low.
There is battery in pen. No, no, only in the Samsung Note from morning it is creating problem. I'm not getting what is happening. Only on the Note it is. Let us try in this new sheet. So here sin x is x minus x cube upon factorial 3 plus x cube x to power 5 upon factorial 5 and so on. Cos x is 1 minus x square upon factorial 2 plus x to power 4 upon factorial 4 and so on. Similarly e to power x. So many series already you know. So all these are what? A function fx, right? These are their power series. These are their power series. Clear? So for this function, you know, you can do the derivative as well as the integration. So here, term by term, you can do the differentiation and integration. Clear? So that is the here. Now let another convergent power series be gx. Let gx is another convergent power series, and it can be written as b0 plus b1 plus b2 x square and so on. So now you have the two series. Fx is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square and so on, and gx is equal to b naught plus b1x plus b2x square. So you can add these two function, you can subtract these two function. So for doing the addition and subtraction, you have to add term by term. You have to add term by term. So here we have to do add or subtract term by term. An plus minus bn into x to power n can also be, now these two series can also be multiplied. So when you have to multiply these two series, you have to multiply this and this. So when you multiply, so here you have to multiply the a naught to all, b naught, b1, b2, bn and so on. You have to multiply a1 to b naught, b1, b2, bn and so on. A2 to b naught, b1, b2, bn and so on. So uh, here you will get the another series cn into xn, where cn is what? Cn is a naught into bn plus a1 into bn minus 1 plus an into b naught. So this type of means, here the thing is, if the function can be written in the power series format, then basic algebra you can perform easily. Just you have to perform that algebra term by term. Now if the series uh, fx and gx converges to the function, right, converges, that is fx is equal to gx. If both series fx and gx series, fx is equal to a naught a1 x plus a2 x square and gx is b naught b1 x plus b2 x square and so on, are convergent, right, such that fx is equal to gx for mod of x less than r,